Hey food lovers! Today we're taking you to one of the most exciting food destinations in the world, a place where Malay, Chinese, Indian, and Peranakan flavors collide on a single plate. Welcome to Singapore, a street food paradise where every dish tells a story. So grab a tissue for that drool and get ready to count down the top 10 most popular street foods in Singapore. Let's dive in. 10. Roti Prata. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, Roti Prata is a South Indian flatbread that's been lovingly adopted into Singaporean food culture. It's usually served with a side of spicy curry, but locals also love it sweet, filled with bananas, cheese, or chocolate. You'll find it sizzling on hot griddles at hawker stalls in the early morning or late at night, always flipped with flair. Hainanese chicken rice. Simple yet sublime, chicken rice is Singapore's national pride. Poached chicken is served with fragrant rice cooked in chicken fat and broth, paired with a ginger garlic chili dipping trio. It originated from Hainanese immigrants but became uniquely Singaporean, eaten everywhere from humble hawker stalls to high-end restaurants. 8. Char Kway Teow, smoky, oily, sweet, and savory. This noodle stir-fry is comfort food at its finest. Flat rice noodles are tossed in dark soy sauce with eggs, cockles, bean sprouts, Chinese sausage, and lard. Yes, lard. The secret is wok hei, that irreplaceable breath of the wok that gives it a charred, aromatic finish. 7. Chili crab, spicy, sweet, messy, and unforgettable. Chili crab is Singapore's most famous seafood dish. Whole crabs stir-fried in a thick tomato chili sauce. Best eaten with your hands and mopped up with fried mantou buns. It's a celebratory dish, perfect for family dinners or late-night seafood joints by the water. 6. Satay, juicy, smoky, grilled meat on sticks. Satay is street food joy. Beef, chicken, or lamb is marinated, skewered, grilled over charcoal, and served with spicy peanut sauce, rice cakes, cucumbers, and onions. This dish traces back to Java, but in Singapore it's often found in bustling food centers like Lau Pa Sat, where dozens of satay stalls line the streets by night. 5. Laksa. This bowl packs fire and flavor. A spicy coconut milk-based noodle soup with rice noodles, prawns, fish cakes, cockles, and that signature laksa leaf on top. There are many regional versions, but katong laksa with cut noodles you eat with a spoon is the Singaporean favorite. For Hokkien and me, a glorious stir-fry of yellow noodles and white rice noodles in a rich seafood stock, usually with prawns, squid, and crispy pork lard. It's served with sambal chili and a squeeze of lime. A perfect balance of umami, spice, and citrus zing. Invented by Hokkien sailors, this dish is now a hawker staple across the island. 3. Kaya toast with soft-boiled eggs, breakfast or snack. It's always a treat. Crispy toast filled with kaya and cold butter, served with 2 soft-boiled eggs seasoned with soy sauce and white pepper, plus a cup of local kopi. This nostalgic combo is a slice of old-school Singapore and a morning must-have. 2. Nasi lemak, a Malay classic turned national obsession. Fragrant coconut rice served with fried anchovies, peanuts, cucumbers, sambal, and a piece of fried chicken or oto. Wrapped in banana leaf or served on a plate. Nasi lemak is a flavor bomb of textures and cultures. Cake. No, it's not dessert. Singapore's carrot cake is a savory fried radish cake. White radish is steamed with rice flour, cut into cubes, and stir-fried with eggs, garlic, and pickled radish. There are 2 styles, white or black. Either way, it's crunchy, soft, salty, and absolutely addictive. Now that we've explored the bustling hawker centers and vibrant food streets of Singapore, here are some fun facts to wrap it up. Hawker culture in Singapore is UNESCO recognized as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity, a rare honor for street food. There are over 100+ hawker centers in the country, serving thousands of affordable, delicious meals every day. Singapore is one of the few places where Michelin-starred meals cost under $5, thanks to hawker legends like Hill Street Thai Hua pork noodle. Food is so important here. Locals greet each other by asking, "Have you eaten?" And many Singaporeans eat out daily, not as a luxury, but as part of life. So, whether it's breakfast toast or chili crab by the bay, Singapore's street food isn't just delicious, it's part of the nation's soul. If you loved this tasty trip, give us a like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Which dish would you try first? And remember, no matter where you go, every country has a street food story. But Singapore? It turns street food into national treasure. But before we end, let's take a flavorful walk back in time. Singapore's street food isn't just convenient, it's a living museum of migration, survival, and multicultural fusion. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, migrants from China, India, and the Malay archipelago flocked to Singapore in search of work. They brought their spices, cooking traditions, and resourcefulness, but had little money or space. So, they set up food carts on busy roadsides and alleys, selling quick, hearty meals to dock workers, coolies, and families. These early food sellers, called hawkers, had no licenses or proper sanitation, but they fed a growing, hungry city. Over time, these humble roadside vendors became the heartbeat of Singaporean cuisine. Many of the dishes we love today were born out of necessity and innovation. Char Kway Teow was invented by Chinese laborers who needed a cheap, calorie meal after long hours of physical work. Hainanese chicken rice was adapted by immigrants who had to stretch small portions of meat by cooking the rice in its broth for added flavor. Laksa evolved from the fusion of Malay and Chinese Peranakan traditions, combining spices, noodles, and seafood in a uniquely Straits-born creation. In the 1960s and 70s, as Singapore modernized, the government began organizing these unregulated hawkers into permanent hawker centers, not to erase the food, but to preserve it in cleaner, more organized environments. This policy didn't kill street food, it elevated it. And today, hawker stalls are family-run businesses passed down through generations, each with their own secret sauces, techniques, and stories. Some stalls are over 80 years old, still using the same woks, recipes, and rituals. In fact, Singapore's food scene is so iconic that in 2020, UNESCO recognized its hawker culture as a piece of global intangible heritage, a rare honor that confirms what Singaporeans already knew. Their food is not just good, it's sacred. So next time you slurp down a bowl of laksa or bite into a kaya toast, remember, you're tasting more than a snack. You're tasting history, identity, and the proud legacy of a small island that turned flavor into fame. See you next time, and until then, eat well, travel often, and stay curious.